Welcome to week 5 of the OHSAA 23 season. Waycross Community Media is here at Frederick Stadium, and it's time for this week's episode of Warriors versus Wannabes. I'm Jake Williams, and along with my partner, Ian Liddell, we bring the call of this game to your living rooms. Now, the Little Miami Panthers provide the opposition tonight and look to bring big problems with them to this affair tonight. This is the time of year when the prime job of Coach Murphy's staff is laying down the law and seeing to it that the goals of this campaign don't get caught up in blurred lines and old uncertainties. Now, Ian, you've been sitting up here watching this field with me for a few minutes. What are your thoughts so far on the way this game is going to unfold?
Well, this should be an interesting game. We've got Woods at the top of the conference right now at 3-0 versus Little Miami at 0-3. It looks like statistically Woods the first couple of games, defense has been their strength. We're going to see how that matches up tonight versus Little Miami's offense.
Yeah, Little Miami, they come in here, like you said. I think Coach told me they were 0-4. But if you want to say they're 0-3, I'm sure he'll take that. But the Warriors are going to have to figure out, from the last time I saw them 2 weeks ago, who's going to be doing what with the ball on offense. The defense is rather sound, but the defense can't do everything every week.
Yeah, you are correct. I was looking at 0-3 in the conference, or 0-4 overall, so they had one game out of conference. We got a great night tonight for the game, and I think this is homecoming night tonight too, isn't it?
Yeah, this is homecoming night, so you got the band in all their regal attire, and you know they always put on a good show for the home crowd here at Frederick Stadium.
I think at the beginning we went down to the field before the game, and I think there was notes on a couple of the Little Miami players that maybe note this week on this. I think a couple of them we were taking a look at. The quarterback number is 14. Is that correct?
It's an odd number. I think it's a
no. I think you're right. One player to look at for Little Miami is Reese Jones, number 23. He's actually leading the conference in tackles so far through the first 4 games. A couple other players that were mentioned to look at tonight was number 36, Tristan Cornaker. And we also, Luke Bresbaugh, number 41, is the quarterback.
Yeah, the coaches pointed out a few players that we would have to keep our eye on, figure out doing a good job for them.
So do you think this early in the year we might have some college coaches here tonight, or not coaches, but maybe recruiters?
I'm sure if I had to bet, I would say there's always some recruiters looking in on the Warriors. There's too many people on their team that'll end up playing on Saturdays and Sundays.
Yep.
You know, as we know, there's Warriors all over Ohio State now.
Running back, right?
And now the Warriors this year, they got some good hands that they're going to be looking at this year. They got a couple good transfers. That big offensive lineman, number 77, he's in from Moeller. The quarterback we saw down on the field, he number 10, Logan Talbert. Excuse me, that's not Logan Talbert. That's Rashawn Brown.
Yeah.
He transferred in. Okay, so we see Little Miami Panthers about to kick this ball off to the Warriors, who get this thing started on homecoming night.
So in high school, they kick off from the 40-yard line versus NFL is, 30-yard line now or 35? I'm trying to remember. I don't think about it so often. It's like so automatic.
In the NFL, they got the kickoff almost like where they might as well not even have it anymore.
I know. Well, there are a lot of injuries on the kickoff, so that was one of the intentions, I think.
And that kick is off. Gathered in. Whistle.
Did he call a fair catch? Is that why it stopped at the 25?
That's what it must have happened, because when I looked up, that's kind of like the way it felt, that he had his hand up there for a fair catch. As we see the Warrior offense take the field, you know, the Warrior offense, they put up 20 points last week in a shutout victory, and certainly they're looking for more of the same this week.
They struggled a little bit in that game, though, didn't they? At the very beginning of the game flipped. They're playing Turpin last week, right?
Yes.
The game flipped on a play at the goal line where Wooden Woods returned it for a touchdown.
See, and I really, okay, here we see now the Warriors are being led by Vance George, number 18. He'll be the starter. In the backfield there with him is number 26, Tyler Gooding.
In the pregame, when we talked to the coaches, they talked that we might be seeing a couple different quarterbacks tonight.
Yes, they did. There's the pitch. Scoots around. He's up the street. He stiff arms this guy, and he's all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Would it be first down? No flags on the field.
He didn't go down very easy, did he? He was carrying bodies.
Yeah, he's wanting to have it so no matter who they hand the ball to, be it Gooding or himself, Isaiah Zeke Garrett. There's George waiting for the snap. They're looking over to Coach Murphy on the sideline. What the play is going to be. See Coach Murphy, always intense.
You know,
there's a give, and they're in the backfield on him.
Big tackle. You know, one of the other players for Little Miami that's number 2 in the league in tackles, 3rd in the league, is Cody Neltner. And I'm trying to see what number Cody Neltner is. Number 14.
6'1", 185-pound junior, Neltner is. Here's George. Sends Gooding in motion, straight drop, looking to throw to his right. Now he pulls it down, he's going to run. He gets through one guy, he's on his feet. He's in the 30-yard line, 20.
He may
10.
score.
He's got a man with an angle.
And
he runs that guy over for a touchdown. Winwood's Warriors starting this game off. 10:27 left to go in the first quarter, and they've dented the scoreboard.
Big time run. You think that was a design run? Looks like a design run to me. Did a good job of reading the defense, that there was a huge gap.
Yeah, so that's what the Warriors need to get this game started off on a good foot. We see they're in here to try the extra point attempt. Hole is down, that kick is up. And that kick is good. So with 10:27 left to go in the first quarter here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 7 and the visiting Little Miami Panthers nothing.
Seeing the replay there, I think that was definitely a design run. He faked the throw to the right, and then he took off to his left, and he exploded down the field, and then he blew over the Little Miami tackler. I thought he was going to get tackled near the goal line, but he ran him right over.
Yes, he did.
Lowered his shoulder.
That's
there's the
want.
fake.
See, now this defense has a lot more to think about if they got to worry about the possibility of George running it in himself.
Well, when he faked that throw to the right, he froze the defense, and then he just took off. That was an excellent call.
Okay, so we see the Warriors special teams about to kick this ball off.
Number 84?
94.
94.
So that's Abdul Sawadago Jr. Kicker, 5'7", 153. Warriors special teams been giving a good account of themselves. They had a lot to do with keeping them in that game. I saw that week against Turpin. And there's the kick. In over and kick. Hauled in at the 10 by the Panthers. Straight north with the ball. He's around right in, but he's shoved out of bounds.
It looked to me that Winton Woods on that kick, they were trying to kick it deep. When Little Miami kicked it, it looked like they were trying to prevent the run back.
Well, they got Little Miami set to put this thing in gear. Looks like on their own close to 30-yard line. They're going to call it the 29-yard line. So here they break the huddle. He's got twins.
What number is Luke Brisbaugh?
He's, I believe he's number 41.
Number
Luke
41.
Brisbaugh. He's got the snap. He's going to try to run with it. He pulls it in and picks up about 4 yards. Lowers his shoulder. You know, this quarterback, he's 6 foot, 165-pound junior. We see the word defense. You know, Justin Hill, excuse me. There's a give inside, but he's not going to make too much.
It's kind of hard to read those numbers the way their jerseys are designed. Do you find that too?
Oh,
They
yeah.
got a little slash on them, and they're, I don't know. Artistically, I guess they look nice, but they're hard to read.
See the Panthers break the huddle.
You know, what's interesting with Little Miami is he is
Got trips left. In the shotgun, there's the snap. Throw over the middle, off his hands.
He looked like he dropped that. He looked like he might have had some room to run.
That's number 4, Ty Bowler, on defense for the Warriors. I think he knew good and well with Bowler being right there.
Expecting a hit?
He was going to get hit.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting, if you look at the stats for Little Miami, the guy with most stats is Case Miller, but he's not playing tonight for Little Miami. So I don't know if he got injured or if they just did a quarterback change.
Panthers going to punt this ball. There's the kick.
Not a bad kick. He's got a lot of room to run, though.
Up the street.
Oh, took out the ref on that play.
Makes it into Panther territory where they got it down at the Panther, 45-yard line, where the Warriors will put it in gear.
You were saying in the pregame that if we're down there, we have got to have our head on the swivel, and I guess the ref, same thing. Ref got taken out on that play. Fortunately, he got up.
Yeah, they need these officials.
He took a pretty good lick.
Hopefully the Warriors offense can make this chain gang earn their keep tonight. Keep them moving up and down the field. I've never seen the chain gang out actually make a measurement around here, at least not in the last couple of years. They got the ball in. See on offensive line, Warriors got number 73, Raphael Green. That's a 6'5", 340-pound junior. That's left tackle out there.
Pretty good size.
There's a give inside. Gooding, they got guys all over them and they can't get loose.
Oh.
They finally get them shoved down.
Nice tackle there from number 36 for Little Miami.
They'll give him forward progress for no gain.
That was Tristan Corniker, I think he got mentioned in pregame as somebody to watch tonight.
Yes, he did.
6'1", 250.
See the Warriors Warriors, they put Lavielle Waters over here, tight end. Everybody's in close. There's give straight through. He's got it. Makes a man miss.
2 broken
Shirks
tackles.
this guy off down the street, and he's in
And
the end
he
zone
scored.
for a touchdown.
He broke 2 tackles or 2 missed
See on
tackles.
the
Either
replay,
way. Oh.
he's got good up front blocking now. Running out of arm tackles all the way down the street where, again, he makes that big push for the last 2 yards.
He shrugged that one off, no problem. Woodwood's offense is in gear tonight.
That's what they need to be. You know, this 20 points they've been getting, they're going to have to get.
Oh, and it's good.
Kick is up and good.
So big play offense tonight. Two 40-plus yard runs.
So with 8:10 left to go in the first quarter, we have a score of your Winton Warriors 14 and the Little Miami Panthers nothing.
Nice run by Isaiah Garrett.
Oh, so they're calling Isaiah Garrett. They're calling this guy Zeke.
Isaiah Zeke Garrett, yep. Maybe his mom calls him Isaiah.
So the Warriors, this homecoming crowd is definitely getting all fired up. So far away this game is progressing.
So if we look at common opponents, Turpin played Little Miami 2 weeks ago, and they won 42-20 over Little Miami. And last week, Woodwoods played Turpin, and they won 20-0.
I think the Warriors know now that we're in the, 5th week of the season, regular season, that they got to start putting some points on the board, give these future opponents something to think about. Doesn't matter what the newspapers and press says.
What are they rated in the city right now? Do you know?
This is a point where you don't even look to
Yeah,
me, because
too early.
I could already tell they're trying to make somebody else the big wave this year.
Yeah.
And that kick is hauled in on the 6-yard line by the Panthers, straight up the field.
Oh,
And he's taken down rudely. Warriors specials teams getting down at the 32.
good tackle there. Looked like if he had broken that tackle, he might have be able to run for some more yardage. If you look right around the 30-yard line, it looked like he got tripped up, and if he right there, looks like he might have had a few more yards. Still a good run back.
So here we see the Panthers break the huddle. 8:05 left to go in the first quarter. There's the handoff inside, and Ward defense is waiting for him.
So if you look at the standings in the Eastern Cincinnati Conference, you got Milford at 3-0. You got Winwoods at 3-0 coming into tonight. Anderson at 2-1. Kings at 2-1. West Claremont 2-1. Then you got Lebanon at 1-2. Turpin at 1-2. Loveland 1-2, and then Little Miami and Walnut Hill so far haven't won a game in the conference.
You see the Panthers look like they're wanting to throw this ball.
Oh, that was a nice
Pass
throw to
is
the flat.
complete. Looks like he picks up about 8-9 yards on that.
Looks like we got a pretty good crowd in here tonight.
Yeah, with the Warriors having homecoming, and they're going to have a lot of people in attendance. Looks like the Panthers brought a respectable crowd with them.
Yep.
Little Miami dressing this 3rd and 2. 7:58 to go in the first quarter. Still got passing. Looks like he's just got all these receivers spread out. Back there alone. If you want to throw on Warriors defense, it's going to be kind of iffy. And that pass is incomplete, thrown behind the receiver just a little bit.
Looked like those guys were on different pages, or maybe the receiver was supposed to sit in the slot there.
That's about the only way you're going to get anything on Winton Woods if your receiver knows where to go sit in the slot and just wait. We see the Panthers getting ready to kick this ball over to the Warriors.
So we've got 3 possessions so far. At the third one, 3 and out on each one. Or is it 2? Maybe that's their second possession.
There's the kick.
Going to take a good bounce, go out at the 28-yard line.
Warriors are putting gear on their own 28.
We look at other action tonight. We've got Walnut Hills playing Anderson in the conference, Milford at Kings, Loveland at Lebanon, Turpin at West Claremont, and Little Miami at Winton Woods. So the game of most interest for Winton Woods, I guess, would be the Milford Kings game.
Well, to me, when you're in first place, the best thing you do is just play.
Yeah.
And don't worry about what the scoreboard is saying. Don't worry about what the press is saying. Okay, Winton Woods has a different quarterback in there now. This is number 10. He hands the ball to Gooding. Gooding steps around a tackle straight down the field. And these guys got Gooding trying to get him down, and he's still on his feet muscling.
Oh, he might score.
He's still on his feet.
Oh, my goodness.
And he gets this ball down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like they got him down about the 6.
I think he smelled the goal line.
This is what they need on offense. Put something on film for these future opponents to see. That's right. First and goal for the Warriors.
Looks like Winton Woods has a multi-running back attack tonight.
That's what they need. I think over the past couple of weeks of practice, they got it smoothed out a little bit so they know who's going to be doing what with the ball.
So we got a quarterback change in. We got the other quarterback in now.
There's Zeke with the carry. They finally get him down near the 1-yard line.
I think they said in the pregame that first quarterback was going to play the first 2 series, and the third series they were going to bring in
Bryce Sean Brown, and that's what they're doing.
Yep. Following the script.
This is better than those interceptions that was being thrown last time I sat up here. There's the give inside, but Panthers stout defense down on that play.
Yep. They did a good job of stuffing up the middle on that.
I think if Winton Woods has to, they can run it in.
Maybe go to the edge here.
They know the edge is always there.
Yeah.
See Lavielle Waters.
Nope, they ran it.
That's going to be a
gap.
touchdown. Winton Woods Warriors. That's Tyler Gooding with the carry.
I guess he earned the run in the end zone after the nice run at the beginning of the series.
And that's a touchdown. It's the Warrior offense is running on all cylinders tonight.
Keep all the offense happy if you spread out the touchdowns.
This is what they've been needing to do all year, though. That kick is up, and that kick is good.
3 for 3.
So it's 6:04 left in the game. 6:04 left in the half. We have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 21, and the visiting Panthers of Little Miami 0.
So if you're Winton Woods and you're the defense, you like the offense. I mean, if you're Little Miami and you're the defense, you're hoping Little Miami get on the field and get at least a first down or two, so you can get a breather.
Rest, yeah.
'Cause you got to be exhausted, even though the drives have been fairly short.
these guys are just getting big plays. I mean,
Yeah.
Gooding with that carry, he muscled his way through the whole defense to get that ball down there.
We've got, what, 340-plus plays so far. 40-plus yards.
Yeah, they're going to probably have a running clock on this game. Again, we see the Word Nation, the band, cheerleaders, they're all just pumping up the volume in support of these Warriors.
Looking at some of the statistics in the league, we've passing yards in the Eastern Cincinnati Conference. We got Justin Burnham leading the league in passes at 1336. If we look at rushing yards, we go down the list. We got Nathan Webster leading the league. Winton Woods, we got Tyler Gooding at 353. Of course, this was leading into tonight's game, so obviously some of those stats are going to certainly change already.
Well, certainly I think earlier during the summer months, 2-a-days roughly time and frame, you know, they knew at that time that Tyler Gooding was going to be getting pretty much all the carries. But then I think since then, Isaiah Garrett has stepped up. That's a freshman there, Zeke.
Is he really?
5'10", 174 pounds.
Wow. Well, he's already on some of the radars, I imagine.
There's 22. He's trying to get outside, but that's going to be futile. Yeah, Winton Woods, they're not going to let somebody get outside on him. So number 29 there. No, it isn't. That's
he got lit up.
Darian Lumpkins.
Wow. I think that was a live ball if it hadn't gone out of bounds. What do you think on the fumble? He knocked it loose. Fortunately for Little Miami, the ball went out of bounds.
Second down behind the sticks now for the Panthers. Got a guy back there in the pistol with him.
He wasn't even ready for it.
Throws incomplete to the right flat.
The rhythm of that play got knocked out right away because the quarterback wasn't even expecting the snap. I think at this point, Little Miami's just a little shook up with the fast start.
Yeah, well, it looks like you were telling me when we were walking off the field, the physical, imposing nature of the Winton Woods team compared to Miami.
Yeah. Yep.
Got a whistle, stoppage of play. Now here they are. In the pistol, straight drop. Looking to throw, they got him flushed out. His pass
almost
is
intercepted.
Nearly intercepted. Incomplete.
There was more Winton Woods players there than Little Miami players on that one. But he was running for his life.
That's Deontay Stewart Jr., 6'1", 192-pounder.
Oh, almost had it. Looks like he intercepted that ball, but it looked like he juggled it, so when he was out of bounds, it didn't have control.
That kick is off. Takes a nice bounce for the Panthers. Get away from it, Johnson.
Winton Woods guy had his back turned. It almost hit him in the leg.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
So far, I don't think Winton Woods has Little Miami, I don't think they have a first down yet. Time of possession is definitely in Winton Woods' favor.
5:26 left to go in the first quarter. See the chain gang. far side of the field, and
You can just see them lined up on the field, the size difference on the line. What was the penalty for?
I didn't see it.
Must have been a block in the back, maybe. May have been off the ball.
1st and 10 now.
That's probably the deepest they've been on the field on their side, 30-yard line. He's got room to go.
Pass is caught.
Missed the.
Skips around and gets out of bounds.
An attempted tackle. They're just kind of tackled in air there.
Mikhail Satterwhite with that reception. And it looks like the Warriors are going to be showing multiple weapons tonight. And basically that's what they want from here on. You want to put things on film for future opponents to have to consider.
I think the foot speed is shaking up Little Miami too. They're looking to make tackles and the guy's already gone. He's passed.
Looks like the Warriors is getting this one marked off against them. We see Coach Chad Murphy. Looks like he's kind of exasperated on the sideline about this.
I'm not even necessarily seeing what the calls are. Maybe I'm missing them.
Since Traymar Harris in there with a play, I know in the last game I saw Traymar Harris spent a lot of time just finding a soft spot in the zone and posting up and making grabs. There's a give to Zeke. He's around right in. Zeke's still on his feet. Gets up to about the 37-yard line. He's close to first down.
Almost, yeah. He is hard to see and hard to catch.
Yeah, well, he's just getting his groove on as a freshman.
He's a freshman, wow. Wow.
Here we go, number 10.
They've got him listed at, wow. That
Ball's thrown, it's incomplete, off the hands of the defender.
Now they have him listed at 5'10". They always add a couple inches, don't they? He got some air under that throw, just a little bit too much.
So with this 3rd and 1.
So Rashawn Brown is a sophomore?
Yes. It's going to be.
That could be a.
Not a good plan for that play. It pitched that ball. First he dropped it and fumbled. Then he just.
They were lucky on that one.
Pitched it, yeah.
That was sitting on the ground to be recovered.
And you don't want to give the Panthers life by giving them a short field. It's going to be fourth down and. Okay, so since it's incomplete, yes, it's going to be 4th and 1.
We've got another penalty.
I'm not even seeing the flags.
Is this a flagless reffing crew? I've yet to see a flag go down. Oh, the ball was fumbled, so it went backwards?
So the Warriors are going to have to punt this ball over.
At 4th and 10, I guess they are going to punt. So how did they miss this spot by 10 yards?
TJ Bookman back there.
I've seen the ball moving back. I've yet to see a flag get yellow flag.
Yeah, I'm not seeing flags.
Maybe they're in the laundromat still, and we still need to get them.
Bookman sticks foot into this. High punt.
Nice punt. Fair catch. Well, the numbers are hard to read, and the flags are even harder. The numbers on Winton Woods are very easy to read. On some of the numbers with Little Miami, they're difficult.
A lot of times opposing teams, they has that effect because they're generally in white uniforms with dark blue numbers, or in this case, dark green numbers.
So let's see if Little Miami can get some offense going here. So far, it's just been 3 and out. Kind of like the Bengals game this past weekend.
Oh, he's hit it, Matt.
That was a designed run, and they may not design that one again.
That's number 99, Deland Massey Wright.
Yeah, that was designed, and three Winton Woods surrounded him immediately.
Okay, so 2nd and 11.
What's interesting, though, is the guy that quarterbacking, he's got half of the attempted throws of their other quarterback. So I'm wondering where their other quarterback is.
Yeah, that ball's caught. Trying to tunnel screen it. And
He
ball's out on the ground. Picked up by number 1.
He put it on the ground again.
And the flag is on the play.
Or is that a mark? No, I think he was just marking the spot.
Damian
No,
Rogers
I think he was just
Jr.
marking. Yeah, he's just marking where it landed. It's not a flag. Of course, if they left their flags behind, they could be using the beanbags for markers.
So we
They
got
did call a foul.
3:16 left to go. Little Miami cited for a personal foul.
Maybe the flags are orange now.
No doubt frustration over the outcome of that play.
Oh, he ripped it.
Yeah, he ripped that ball right
Yeah,
out.
he ripped it. Little Miami guy didn't protect the football. He definitely was looking to tear it out, though.
This is where the officials are moving this
It
ball ahead
looked
now.
like they went one way and then they turned and went the other way.
This makes sense, though, because they had a personal foul on the Panthers. Warriors are going to set this thing in gear now. Looks like on the 20-yard line. Vance George back in the game. Straight drop, throws this ball.
That's
It's
a penalty,
gonna be a
yeah.
penalty, pass interference. Now that's a flag I saw.
Yeah, that was definitely pass interference. I'm not even sure if the defender knew the ball was being thrown.
See the Warriors coming up on the ball here. 1st and goal. Georges has Garrett and Gooding back there with him.
2 threats.
Pulls it out of his gut, throws his ball, and it's caught.
Good open field tackle.
Tremar Harris with the grab, and they get this ball down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal, clock running, 2:45 left to go in the first quarter. There's the give. Inside, still on his feet.
Looks like
It's
just
signal
short
a
of the goal line.
touchdown. That's going to be another touchdown for the Warriors.
They might review this.
Nice block. Who threw that block? Lavielle Waters.
His knees down. Ooh, that's close.
So the officials.
There is no replay
Might
review,
as
so
well.
whatever it's called on the field is what it's going to be. It was close.
It wasn't like they were going to stop him on another down.
No. Technically, it might have been just
Goes
short,
down.
but it wasn't
That
very
kick
much.
is up, and that kick is good. So with 2:36 left to go in the first quarter, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 28 and the visiting Little Miami
It's
Panthers.
hard to tell. You can't tell it on that angle.
Nothing.
From that side, it looked like he scored. The other way, it looked like his knee might have glanced just before. Watch his knee. Watch the knee, watch the ball. See right there?
Yeah.
It's
Where
hard
you
to
gonna
tell.
mark
He still
it?
might be on the plane.
Yeah, I mean,
You're not getting a straight look down the line. Is his knee down there? I think he made it.
But where are you going to mark that ball? I mean,
Yeah, you're
from
going
what
to mark
that
it at
showed.
the 8-inch line. Yeah.
See
In
the
the NFL,
Warriors-
they probably would have replayed it, especially if the Bengals trying to score against the Chiefs.
Oh, you Bengals fan?
Oh yeah. Are you? No.
I'm like Mr. T. I don't hate the Bengals. I pity the fools.
You've been watching them for too long.
No, I just grew up in Western Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. I've got 3 brother-in-laws from Western Pennsylvania.
Okay.
I get reminder texts all the time.
Were they Steelers fans?
Oh yeah. Is there a person in Western Pennsylvania that isn't?
Yeah.
Never
there's
met one.
No, wait. There's a lot of people in Western Pennsylvania who are for the Browns and the Bills.
Well, the Bills I would kind of understand. The Browns, they would have had to.
Now, how can you say anything bad about the Browns?
The Browns? Oh,
No, all
they
that
haven't
happened
been to
with
any
the
Super
Bengals.
Bowls.
The only thing that happened with the Bengals, that was just what they call ring rust.
Yeah.
That's where you got to play in the preseason.
Yeah.
So we see 29 left to go in the first quarter. Again, Little Miami's setting everything up like they want to throw the ball.
Little Miami's looking for their first down.
There's a hand and
That's
nothing
not gonna
there.
work.
That's DeLand Massey Wright stuffing that progress.
Maybe a 2-yard gain.
Yeah,
You're Little Miami's offensive coordinator. What do you do at this point?
Don't give up the ship.
Yep.
You know, I'm sure the Panthers would like to, come in here and create problems for the Warriors.
Yeah.
But if the Warriors don't cooperate, they're not going to be able. The things that they're trying to do just don't work against Winton Woods.
Yeah.
Over the middle and complete off his fingertips.
He was open there. He had.
Yeah, but if he catches that ball, there's a good possibility
Yeah.
he gets disconnected from that ball.
Well, he kind of stretched his arms out like he didn't want to get hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that for him, that had
Yeah.
cracked ribs written all over it.
Yeah.
You see the word defense again. They have to be careful, though, because a team can lull you to sleep with their ineffectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
Straight drop. He's going to try to run it himself. He gets out of the pocket.
That's a
Throws his
good
ball.
throw. That
Incomplete.
might have.
off the hands of his intended receiver.
That was actually a pretty good throw.
That's number 1 there.
So look at this
Elijah
replay. Was
Jones.
there any interference? I think it was good coverage.
No, they didn't.
He might have been a little early.
No, they.
Let's see. It was a good throw. No, that's good coverage.
1:32 left to go in the first quarter. Trust me, Ian, these refs, if they get a notion that they want to start calling some cheap penalties on, they only have eyes for the Warriors if that's what they get ready to do. But for now, the Warriors are outplaying any of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, the defender was playing the ball. Well, he's got plenty of room
picked
to
up
run.
on the 40. Straight north, and they got him taken down at the 49-yard line.
Good tackle in the open field. Looks like he banged up his hand a little bit, though.
Charles Johnson, that's a 5'11" senior.
So we've got the original starting quarterback back in for Winton Woods. I think we've just had the one quarterback for the one series, right? So far?
Yeah, well, they'll probably still continue with
Yeah.
that either way because there's a pass off the hands of Tremar
He
here.
kind of short-armed that one, didn't he?
He was trying to turn. He was trying to do too much. He was trying to twist around and catch the ball at the same time, as we see on the replay here.
Yeah, he threw up a... He was expecting to the outside and got to the inside.
But a sloppy pass like that can wind up getting intercepted if you're not careful.
Yep.
Here's George. In the shotgun, he claps the snap, straight drop, throws his ball.
Ball kind of hung
Looked
for
like
a little
it was
bit.
tipped a little bit.
Yep, I think he got tipped at the line.
That's Lavielle Waters on the grab over there.
Yeah, it was deflected by the guy rushing. 23 got a fingertip on it.
Good concentration. Clock moving. 50 seconds, under a minute here in the first quarter. There's the snap.
Hand off.
There's the give to
Quick
Zeke.
burst. He's got a quick first step.
Yeah, Zeke looks like a Zeke. And I'm not a Cowboys fan or Patriots fan. I definitely am not. But you got to give Zeke credit.
Yeah. Is that who he's playing for now?
Patriots.
Zeke Elliott's with the Patriots.
Yep.
Remember years ago, he had Corey Dillon with the Bengals, and he had a rebirth with the Patriots.
Yeah, I was so happy for him. There's the pitch.
Going
No, he
deep.
fakes the pitch. Throws this ball down the middle.
Oh, nice defensive play.
Nice play
Very
made.
nice. That was a well-thrown ball. Just a great play on the defense there from number 8. That was Wyatt Cunningham. Made it impressive. He reached out with his right hand and knocked it away at the last second.
Yeah, that was a good ball. If he could have maybe put a little air under it, but
Yeah, I think it was a good throw. Just a good defensive play.
yeah, it was. You got to tip your hat to the guy.
Yep.
8.1 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Yep. There's a give.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Gooding. So, at the end of the first quarter of play here from Frederick Stadium on the campus of Winton Woods High School, Forest Park, Ohio, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 28 and the visiting Panthers from Little Miami, nothing.
Would be very interesting to see the yardage totals at this point. Winton Woods must have what do you think? They rolled up 200 yards in the first quarter? Maybe more.
They Yeah, somebody's probably got 100 yards rushing because
Yeah.
a couple big plays.
You figure the drives they had started between the 40 and 50, 30, and they drove 4 touchdowns. So that's got to be 60, 70 yards each drive, right?
I'm just happy for them that they
Yeah.
look like they much recovered from that uncertainty that they had that I saw.
Multiple
Couple
weapons
weeks
in the first half, too. You got the quarterback
Yes.
running for the touchdown. You got Zeke running
Zeke.
for one. Yeah, the other
Goody.
running back had a big run.
Yes.
Lots of weapons.
So what's that score? Hamilton losing?
Is that what they were saying? Who's Hamilton playing tonight?
It's a big game. I think they're playing
Or-
Baden, maybe. No,
Are they number 1 in the city right now, Hamilton? No.
no, but they're much improved.
Yeah. Who's number 1 in the city right now by rankings? You know?
They're trying to give it to Milford. I'm sure if
Milford?
Milford keeps playing, they're going to try to hand it to them. Since Moeller and X and these usual suspects are having difficulties.
Yeah.
There's the run with the ball, and he's down.
That's interesting because
About
Milford was the
30-yard
team
line.
that gave up their spot at the GMC several years ago. They flip-flopped with Mason. Mason won the GMC, and then Milford went to
Yeah, you see some of that.
Milford went to whatever was it, FABC or whatever it was back then. Because Eastern Cincinnati has been around how long?
About 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
If that.
Yeah. They pulled some teams from different conferences in, right?
Yeah, because see,
Yeah.
the way the FAVC got eliminated was because Winton Woods kept winning it every year.
Yeah.
And these guys didn't want to, well, I can only theorize. I don't know. But I know if Winton Woods keeps playing like they're playing,
Yeah.
they're going to have to go west of the Mississippi River again looking for opponents.
Never been considered for the GMC, huh? You would think they could compete in the GMC.
They could. That's
Yeah.
why they don't want them there.
Yeah.
You think Coleraine wants them in there?
Right.
Come on, man. Oops, I ain't supposed to say that.
Well, Colerane's changed a lot since the coaches gets the Lakota West coach, or was Lakota East? Coleraine coach went to Lakota East, right?
Dakota West.
Lakota West, and now Lakota West is getting a lot of the players.
And then the coach
that
they
were at
had in
Coleraine.
there that replaced him, I can't recall if he got released
Yeah.
or if he just resigned himself, but, you know, he's having a rough go of it with the situation around there on
That's Bolden,
Pippin
right? Is that
Road.
the head coach?
Bolden
No,
is the guy that's the coach of
The Lakota West
Lakota
now.
West now,
Right.
who used to coach
Coleraine.
Coleraine.
Yeah.
And they were still respectable when he was coach, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm just one guy, but my opinion is that conference, who's in that conference?
Yeah.
You got 1 or 2 games a year you might have to play.
Right.
But one of these days, all these schools are going to have to collide.
Yeah.
Man in motion. There's the pitch to Gooding around right in. He runs through would-be tacklers still on his feet. They don't get him down until he muscles his way down to the 17-yard line.
It's a 1-2 attack here tonight, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
You got a pretty potent running attack.
I haven't seen, this is the first time I'm seeing him play since I watched him play that game a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And they look much better tonight. But we still got plenty of game to go. Looks like the scoreboard, we're having difficulty with the scoreboard because none of the numerals on it. We just got the screen picture.
Yeah, they
There's
lost
the
it. Just
give.
went out.
Zeke running
Oh,
through
Zeke.
people.
Oh,
Zeke
my
into the end
goodness.
zone. Touchdown. Winwood Warriors. We got Panthers just crawling up off the ground like it just ran right through them. And we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors, what,
That first step, man, he's just gone. That
And
Zeke might be a good name.
yeah, I mean, if they're calling him Zeke, it must be for a reason. So we got
Team up in Columbus might be looking for another Zeke.
yeah. I mean, they come down here. They're going to get somebody. You'll see them here. The hold is down. And that kick is up. That kick is good.
Well, now that you got Cincinnati in the Big 12, you've got two teams in power conferences. And with all that shifting around with the teams, it looked like Cincinnati might have been a bad spot, but now the Pac-12 broke up. They've got a couple of new teams.
I don't think Cincinnati, again, I don't know, but that guy that's the coach of Cincinnati, I don't think he's going to have the personality to grab everybody and get them to go to Cincinnati.
They looked pretty good last week, though, playing Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I watched that game.
They're an offensive team, while before with Fickle, they were a defensive team.
Yeah, that kid from Kiner, from Roger Bacon, saved them in that game, got them out of the sand in that game.
Well, he went to LSU, and then he came back.
Yeah.
First year, yep.
And I don't blame him for leaving LSU.
No.
That coach in LSU.
Well, a couple of years ago, Buddy and I went up to Cincinnati. We went up to South Bend, and we watched that coach at LSU lose to Cincinnati. There was a lot of Cincinnati fans were pretty happy that day.
Yeah, I know. There's some people that I know of that I see over here at this stadium from time to time who have no problem if, what's his name, Kelly gets his handed to him. Yeah, someone sat down and told me it linked the way that Kelly did her son. As we see the Warriors special team, looks like we lost everything on the scoreboard except the pitcher.
Except for the screen, yeah. Yep. We're just going to have to remember the score.
There's that kick. Panthers straight north with the ball, and he's shoved out of bounds. It looks like about the 24-5-yard line.
Well, when I saw kids playing sports when they were younger, when the score got out of hand, they would stop showing the score. I don't think that's the strategy tonight, though.
I don't think that's why it's happening like that.
Problem,
yeah.
Maybe have to recharge the batteries.
Well, this is the first time I've seen Little Miami play since the days when Coach Chad Murphy used to take his Northwest Knights over there. And they had some good games.
So Little Miami's still chasing their first down, right? I don't think they've had one yet.
If they did, it was penalty aided.
Yeah.
There's a given side.
That could be it, though.
You talked them into a first down, and there it is.
Yep. They were listening.
Yes.
84. Little burst. That was Wyatt Albers. He's a 5'8" senior. Nice little run in the gap.
Okay, so here's the Panthers up on the ball again. Still looking like they got passing formation.
You know, Little Miami School District years ago was an area where it looked like it was growing, and then they had problems with their levees. And it seemed like they passed their levee, though, so they're starting to grow a little bit.
First down again.
But we knew people younger where they had kids that were they were living in Little Miami, but they had kids that were actually living in apartments in Mason to go to the Mason School District. But the good news is they passed their levy, and it seemed like it's on the rise again.
Okay, so Here comes the Panthers breaking the huddle and up on the ball. There you are.
The happiest guys right now are the Little Miami defense.
He's not going to
got
get
some
much.
room. He got 4.
He got a good
4 out of
yardage.
nothing.
Second effort, he stuck his head in there, nose in there, and saw that they had it blocked up on him.
Same guy, Wyatt Albers. Yeah, he lowered his head, got a couple extra yards, more than we thought he was going to get.
I see number 8 is Justin Hill this year. And Justin Hill got off of that number 22.
So 2nd and 6.
Well, if this score is 35-0, of course, that's in the second half, I guess, where they run the clock.
Yeah.
They're in on him. Stuffed. No gain on the play.
No run on that one.
Donald Robinson, the second.
So
5'7", 210-pound D lineman. Part of what stuffed that up.
Third down to 9 here.
9, it's like got trips to the right. He's gonna, at some point, this quarterback, if he doesn't run the ball, they know he's not gonna run. They're not gonna give him any respect anywhere else.
That's actually not a bad throw.
Ball's caught.
4th and 3,
Short.
4th and 4. Obviously, they're going to go for it.
I'm telling you, these guys on Winton's defense, they just take turns doing the thing on these guys.
Might not be a bad idea to try to throw it deep here because they're going to be covering the first down.
Got a whistle, timeout maybe? So Little Miami's trying to figure out what they could do here. Can't be all that much time before a half.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I'm sure the Winton Woods defense, and now that this is in sight, wouldn't mind picking up a shutout 2 weeks in a row. I'll tell you, the way it looks, the homecoming ought to be a pretty good homecoming if they got this victory to celebrate.
Yep.
Okay, so here come the Panthers breaking the huddle. Like you said, Ian, they might as well just try to shoot for the whole ball whack.
That's what I'm figuring. Going to cover the short play. They're going to bring it.
Ball's on the ground.
Yeah,
and it's tipped away.
They defended that. I'm with you. I think they should have rolled the dice a little bit.
Yep.
Winton Woods was all over that short play.
Winton Woods takes over on downs. Yeah. So they're going to start out with this ball on their own 44-yard line.
So we're kind of our best guess as far as how much time is left.
Rayshawn Brown in the quarterback for the Warriors.
What do you think? He's going to take a deep throw here?
I don't know. He's going to run
Design
the ball,
run.
breaks the tackle. He's around right in, and he's still on his feet into Panther territory now.
Call the late hit out of bounds.
Well,
he was a little out.
So that's going to be on the Panthers.
Yep. Take a look at this replay to see it. If we agree, it looked like he was a little bit out. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit.
Looks like they're going to set this thing down on the Panther 28-yard line.
Looks like he tried to tackle him when he was out of inbounds, but by the time he hit him, he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't hit him viciously,
Yeah.
but he did hit him
He
on
did
bounds.
hit him, yep.
There's a give to Gooding.
Oh, and there's a hold.
Excuse me, that's not Gooding with that carry. That's
It's got to be a hold that part of the field, I think. Yep.
It almost looked like a clothesline tackle where he so abruptly just stopped.
Mm-hmm. Is it 10 or 15 yards in high school? A hold. Is it 10?
10.
10, yeah. Hasn't been 15 for a while.
Looks like he's going to straight
He's
drop
gonna-
it. Wasn't throw this ball. Incomplete
Oh.
off the hands of his receiver. It's a wonder that Panthers are playing the pass that well when they have to consider the run first. So this is where the Warrior offense team in general, you'd see that they're less stressed about the way this game is unfolding.
It's a good opportunity today to open up the playbook.
Straight drop, and that's what they're going to do.
Good throw.
Ball's caught. Lavielle Waters with the grab. That's what they need to start doing.
Well-designed play. Good throw.
See, Waters, as early as last year, I was seeing where he showed signs of being a total physical mismatch against most anybody he would face in these secondaries. And it looks like they got plans of getting him the ball more often now. Fakes the pitch. He's rolling to his right. Throws his ball.
Nice throw into the
Ball
end zone.
caught.
Really nice throw.
Touchdown. That's number 82.
That was a quality throw right there.
Yeah, that's Lavielle Waters with that grab.
Woodward's is showing a lot of different weapons tonight.
That's what
A
they need
bunch.
to do. Give these future opponents as much to think about as possible.
Yeah. Who do you stop?
If they start getting good passing plays on film,
Yeah.
people are going to be pulling their hair out. I mean, the season is only halfway through, and so
They're clicking
the
tonight.
hole's down and that kick is up. The head kick is good. So they're having we got a 42-0 score right now.
Yeah. Good opportunity tonight to get a lot of your guys playing time.
This, as we see the band matriculating their way across the other side of the field, getting ready to get this halftime show jumped off.
We have a listing here of some of these student athletes in other sports tonight. Little Miami has Ella Brown had a strong showing at a cross-country match.
Flag isn't making any kind of moves in that south end zone. Just laying there.
Who was that?
The flag, the docile.
Yeah, it's pretty still tonight.
Kick is up.
Typical September night.
Picked up on the 4, straight north with the ball.
It's got a little bit of room.
Sidesteps the would-be tackler, but then the rest of the guys are there.
Back to about the 30-yard line.
That's number 9, Landon Anderson, 5'10", 195-pound junior linebacker. I know when the band starts making their way across the field, it's pretty close to halftime.
Yep. Kind of guessing at this point, huh?
Yeah, because, well, I don't think in the second half it's going to be running clock.
Yeah.
This ball's caught. It's out of his hands, and they're going to have to call that incomplete.
That was incomplete. It's actually a good throw. The guy just either got a hit or he just dropped it. He just dropped it.
He just dropped it. Because he knows going across the middle what's waiting for him.
That's definitely been a factor tonight on a couple throws.
I see the offense down there don't even have the big screen TV on in front of them.
Oh, normally they can look at that?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Defense spent a lot of time looking at last time I was here. But I guess
we got some technical difficulties tonight.
Yeah, that could be tied in with their technical difficulties too. I don't know.
Somebody unpulled the plug somewhere.
Oh. Panthers come up to address this 3rd and 5 at their own 33. You know, this guy number 1 for them, Alicia Jones. You know, Jones looked like he might be able to get behind the defense if he could just protect his quarterback.
Yeah. We got a flag here on something. Offensive or defensive?
Yes.
Defensive pass interference.
Oh, they're going to step this penalty off against the Warriors defense. Oh, here come the Panthers facing his 1st and 10. Throws his ball.
Caught it.
He's able to catch that ball. Couple yard gain, maybe 3.
Yeah, 3 or so yards. Little Miami is a yard from crossing the 50-yard line for the 2nd time tonight. First time they failed on their 4th and 3. That was the last series, right?
I can't keep track of it anymore without the clock. This ball's almost intercepted, and there's going to be a flag on the play, and that's probably going to get called against the Warriors.
Got there a little bit early.
It's up to the Ward defense to stay in this game and not just get to playing sloppy. But so far, it looks like they cleaned up a lot of issues they had with the penalties.
The 30-yard drive on penalties this drive.
Yeah, these guys are marching down the field. Incomplete pass.
That was right at the time of contact.
That's number 1, Damiel Rogers Jr.
That time they got there in time. They're not too early.
Straight drop.
Gonna try to throw deep.
Throws his ball.
Yeah,
threw it into
double coverage.
Yeah. He's lucky to get that one back. But
he got it deep, but it was more Woods people there. In fact, they probably should have been intercepted.
It should have been. But to the Panthers' credit, they're starting to recognize that their best shot is deep over the middle.
Yep.
Michael Lamar Jones, Coach Lumpkin has your wallet. Please meet him in the north end zone by the goalpost.
Straight drop. They're coming in after him.
A rollout.
Incomplete.
And again, almost picked off.
So do you have
If Little Miami had Evan McPherson, they could try a field goal right here.
Oh, man, here you go with Evan McPherson. Come on, man. Evan McPherson missed a field goal the other day.
He did.
He sure did.
Looked like Little Miami jumped. So we're going to have a 4th and 15 maybe. Yep.
Now you know the Ravens are coming into town this week, right?
That'll be an easy game.
For the Ravens?
No. No, that'll be a competitive game. Hopefully more competitive.
Of course, they lost their running back.
Yeah, they lost a couple guys. Dobbins, right? J.K. Dobbins.
Yep.
Ohio State player.
He can't catch a break.
How about the thing with Aaron Rodgers? 3 plays and done for the year.
Yeah, well, if these players need a new field, they can pay for it themselves.
Yeah. Very true.
He's still on his feet. Then avoided a lot of defenders.
He might go. He might go all the way. Oh, they called that flag.
They
Wait.
call that flag.
That was 30 yards the other way.
Yeah, it's too bad. The ref has got him back there on the 26-yard line for that penalty.
I was having a problem a little bit with the penalty called and the guy's 30 yards past them.
I know. But it just had bad optics where you looked like the guy was reaching out. He looked like his shirt tugged back a little bit.
Yeah. But it really had no effect on the run back. He was.
See, if they're playing like they should on offense, you know, they can survive these penalties.
Right.
You don't prefer to have them, but, you know, you watch any good hockey game and there's going to be some penalties that they know they're going to be penalties here and there.
Yep. There's been a lot of penalty yards in the second quarter.
They have to clean these penalties up so that when they get in these tight games,
Yeah.
that's not going to be enough to do them in.
Yeah, 42 to nothing, you got some leeway, but you would think in a 42 nothing game there's probably not a lot of reason to have penalties, right?
It's just the nature of these guys just.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, nice
he's
hole.
got room there.
Stiff arm. That's right. This guy, Zeke, huh?
He's had a heck of a first half.
Haven't seen a freshman owning people around here like that since Mayan Williams' freshman days.
He's definitely moving up the conference rushing yards.
To me, though, I mean, it's just play on your Friday, on your game day, and don't even act like you care what these reporters are talking about. Look at that.
Ooh.
Tyler Gooding.
He just runs
Changes
through
direction.
people.
Stiff
Oh,
arm,
my
still
goodness.
Going. Tyler Gooding in the end zone, touchdown.
Not to be denied. Wow.
That's Winton Woods Warriors. Busting end zone again. Looks like it's going to be 48 points.
That's a heck of a run. That's a 1-2 attack this first half. Holy mackerel. They're both over 100 yards. Easy, I think.
Easy, they should be.
He's just determined there. He's not going down.
Oh.
Breaking tackle after tackle.
Come on, the Warriors are sending this guy special teams out there late.
You know, the penalties are giving them opportunities for more yards.
That kick's good, so
That was
as
70
we
yards.
approach the end of the first half, we got a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 42. And the visiting Panthers of Little Miami, nothing. They're going out like they're going to kick it. I don't see anything from the officials saying it's a halftime.
If they called it half, we wouldn't know any different, would we?
I'm just thrilled to see a game like this compared to the last game I saw sitting up here.
Was Turpin here last week, or was it on the road?
It wasn't Turpin. I forget who they played now. It wasn't Turpin. Who was that? They played Turpin on the road last week.
Okay.
But the game they played here 2 weeks ago, I can't even remember it.
I'll look it up.
I can't remember anymore.
West Claremont.
Yeah. The Wolves. Actually, the Warriors look like they can hold their own as long as the opponent name isn't the Buffaloes.
So 2 weeks ago, it was 21-13. So they had a battle in that game.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess the score last week was a little bit deceiving. They had a battle last week, too.
I think they were behind at halftime of that game.
Yeah.
But Winton Woods, they could put that game in the rearview mirror as long as these other guys on offense make up their mind that they're going to have an offense.
Well, West Claremont usually has a pretty decent team, don't they?
Yeah, but
yeah.
They, of course, now I thought, West Claremont has what's his name's son, Chris Henry's son, but come to find out he wasn't on. He was on West Claremont last year, but this year he's on Withrow.
One of his sons just declared to Ohio State. Was that the one? Is it Chris Henry Jr.?
Yeah, the one that dropped 3 passes in that game against St. X.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
okay.
That's the one. So here's this kick.
One of them looks dead on, Chris Henry.
They get him shoved out of bounds at the 29-yard line.
I think the story was that Pac-Man Jones was the I think he adopted him.
Yeah, Pac-Man Jones adopted this guy.
There's Henry's kids, yep.
Yep.
Back in their days with the Bengals. Both
Yeah,
were West Virginia grads.
They went to West Virginia together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
First and 10 here. Panthers. There's a give inside. And muscles into a pile of defenders, and he's not going to get anything.
You know, talking about West Virginia and Cincinnati used to have a rivalry. Now that they're back in the Big 12 together, they'll play again.
Oh, yeah, West Virginia always plays tough. They
Yep.
play no matter who they play. They play
Yep.
tough. You know. Looks like they're going to call that's going to be the end of the first half. So here we are. The end of the first half, we have a score of your Winton was worth 49 and the visiting Panthers of Little Miami, nothing. Waycross Community Media will be back with more after halftime of this affair.
If I play sports for my school, I'll learn how to be part of a team.
I will have more friends. I will be active now and when I'm a grown-up.
I will learn how to work hard. I'll have better attendance.
I'll learn how to overcome adversity. I'll be more likely to go to college. I will learn how to get along with others. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school. If I play sports for my school.
I must learn to be a good student during school if I want to put on my uniform after school.
The music for today's halftime show is from Kern Popstar. We welcome the alumni band as we play BTS's Butter. For this year's homecoming festivities, our Grand Marshal is Mr. John Bison. When he retired from Winton High School at the end of the 2022-2023 school year, Mr. Bison had a career that spanned 48 years of education. In college, Mr. Bison studied biblical studies. Inspired by his first grade teacher, Mr. Bison started his career in education as a teacher. After 16 years as a Catholic school teacher teaching religion and English, he became a school counselor. Mr. Bishop spent 32 years as a school counselor and 20 years as an adjunct professor at Xavier University. Mr. Bishop spent the last 7 years as a school counselor here at Winton High School. On a personal note, Mr. Bishop has been married to his wife, Marcia, for 43 years. They have 2 children, John and Alexander, and they also have a grandchild on the way. Mr. Bishop was well-liked and respected by the administration, the staff, and the students at Winton Woods. Throughout his career, Mr. Bishop has always said that he loved what he did for a living. The students of Winton Woods High School know firsthand that it is true. We cannot be happier to have him lead our homecoming festivities this year as our grand marshal. His impact on our community is strong. And here is our homecoming court in attendance. Representing the freshman class of 2027 is Lania Hunt. She is escorted by Taekwondo. Representing the sophomore class of 2026 is Josiah Jones. She is escorted by Zara. Representing the junior class of 2025 is Ananda Pinar. She is escorted by Devon King. Now, for the class of 2024, our senior homecoming court. Senior attendant, Sophia Dorman. She is the daughter of Joy and Jeff Dorman. She has been part of band, choir, and acapella. She plans on attending Albany State University and wants to major in graphic design and a minor in music and education. Senior attendant, Sophia Dorman. Senior attendant, Sydney Hubbard. Sydney is the daughter of Tina and Stuart Hubbard and is escorted by her father, Cedric. Sydney is a member of the track and field team and also participates in the student athletic program as a student athletic trainer. After graduation, Sydney plans to attend college, preferably at an HBCU. Howard is number 1 on our list to make her complete, and ultimately she wants to become a pediatrician. Senior attendant, Sydney Hubbard. Senior attendant, Amaya Johnson. Amaya is the daughter of Colin and Alicia Johnson, and she is escorted by her mother, Alicia Johnson, and her children, Kevin Hudson. Amaya is currently the captain of the volleyball team and a proud member of the varsity ensemble and acapella. After graduation, Amaya plans to take a gap year to pursue volleyball, and after that, plans to go to trade school for cosmetology to master her trade and start a shop of her own. Senior attendant, Amaya Johnson. Senior attendant, Tajay Martin. Tajay is the daughter of Crystal Winton and Bennett Martin. She is escorted by her mother, Crystal. Tajay is a member of Winwood Bell Roche and senior member of the Winwood High School Club. After graduation, she plans on joining the band. Senior attendant, Tajay Martin. Senior attendant, Seth Gomes. Seth is the son of Seth and Ashley. And the first Seth is a key member of the band and the drumline section and also vice president of the band and the band captain. Seth is a member of Thai and Spanish Honor Society. Next fall, Seth plans on attending a university where he will study sports medicine or audio/music. Senior attendant, Seth Jones. Senior attendant, Henry Johnson. Henry is the son of Nate Gardner and Henry Johnson Sr. Henry is a 50-year starter and captain of the Winwood football team. Henry currently has 3 offers to play football in college and is undecided on which college he will attend next year. Senior attendant, Henry Johnson. And now, our Grand Marshal, John Bishop, will assist in crowning our homecoming queen and king. Drum roll, please. Your 2023 homecoming king is Seth Stillman. Your 2023 homecoming queen is Cindy Hubbard. We close our homecoming halftime show with our awesome alumni with Bruno Mars's hit, Runaway Baby. As our alumni band comes off the field, we'd like to thank them for making this homecoming one of the biggest and the best homecomings of recent memory. Thank you to all of our alumni. Give it up for the Winton Woods High School Alumni Band! Here is known as the Bones, Poison. Everyone loves California Love by Tupac and Dr. Dre. TLC had a big hit with Creek.
Those of you willing to go to the concession stand, you have about 8 minutes. They will be running out of food in about 8 minutes.
We close out tonight's show with Laffy Taffy by Dee Burrell.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Ohio. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
In the second half, the Warriors will have to start out figure out how to employ their roster. This game is well in hand now, and there is no need to show future opponents anything else on film. Guys on offense are making plays. Lavia Waters is starting to be the physical mismatch that I always thought he would be. Defense is patrolling hash marks. What can you tell me about the second half of this game, Ian?
Well, if you're Little Miami, you've been hit with multiple weapons in the first half. First you had the long run by the quarterback at the beginning. Then you had the running attack of Zeke, another one. So not sure what you do. You try to get, they're going to get the kickoff here. I guess you try to establish and get a couple of first downs.
Okay, so they're going to get the kickoff, and it's like you said, Ian, it's up to Little Miami to pick their poison. And either poison they pick, it ain't going to work out for them tonight, and the kick is off.
Yeah.
Gathered in at the 10-yard line by the Panthers, and he's hit, knocked out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
He took a shot there.
He took a shot, but it was a legal shot.
Oh, it was clean.
Yeah.
It was definitely clean.
Ball be placed on the 20-yard line.
He should have just gone out of bounds at that point. So jumping around the city a little bit, we give you some scores at halftime. Moeller is leading St. X 14-0. Fairfield 14-7 over Mason. Lakota East 7-7 with Middletown. Princeton 14-3 over Hamilton. Lakota West 38, Coleraine 7, Oak Hills 20, Sycamore 7 at half.
So those scores are pretty much according to form or relatively.
Yep.
Good to see my old friend Coach Andre Parker with his Princeton Vikings putting the hammer down.
No gain on the play. No gain.
They gave a couple of scores in the Eastern Cincinnati Conference. They didn't pick up most of those.
Panthers look over to their sideline. Again, they got a passing formation there with the trips left. Looking to throw. This ball is incomplete. Be a 3rd and 10.
Kind of pattern in the first half a little bit there. The quarterback and the receivers are on different pages there. He threw that ball behind him. I don't know if that was a rush coming in or just out of sync.
3rd and 10. Ward defense would love to pitch another shutout this week.
Really in the first half, the best form of drives that Little Miami had was based on penalties.
Great drop. They're looking. They got him flush out of pocket.
He had somebody open there.
It's caught over the middle.
First down, and he's got some.
He's got some chasing him now. This guy overran him. He's up to the. He's in Warrior territory. It looks like the Warrior 47-yard line.
That was the longest play from scrimmage in the game so far for Little Miami.
Yeah, for some reason he was able to get good blocking up front.
There was a penalty. You see that flag go up? I think that play's coming back. When he threw the ball, they threw yellow flags. I don't know if there was a hold. So the longest play of the game negated by a hold. I really missed that until they showed the replay and you saw the flag go right by the camera.
A lot of flags floating around and my old eyes are missing them.
Well, that's a huge penalty. That's worth about 50 yards difference.
Yeah.
They went from being down at their own 40 to being back at their own 11. Where did he commit that penalty? I thought they were closer to the 30-yard line. I've been kind of wondering some of the marks as far as.
I think they might be lulling these officials to sleep.
Yeah, I didn't see how that play could be back at the 11. So it's from where I think they.
Breaks the pocket, throws this ball deep down the
Wow,
sideline.
good throw to Win Woods.
Intercepted by the Warrior defense. And he makes his return.
And he fumbled it. But I think he was on the ground anyway.
Brings this ball back to the Panther 25-yard line. We see on the replay here
Woods is waiting for that one. That was an easy pick. He got pulled to the ground here, and he fumbled on contact, so that would have stayed.
So that's Nathaniel Dawson Jr. on that interception for the Warriors. 6'2", 160-pound sophomore DB.
So that penalty obviously was a killer for Little Miami. Wood took advantage.
There's the pitch.
We have a different quarterback in now, or they were just running a
Flag on the plate. We got a clean shirt in the backfield that carried that ball. Looked like number 42.
Number 42, Zephaniah Smith. Tries to go around the right side. Penalty flag on the field. Holding on Winton Woods.
So what are they running here now? They got 80 snapping balls. They're running a, like a, what do they call that? Not when they're running formation off the quarterback. Giving what that's called.
Pistol.
Pistol or.
Got a word defender leaving the field. That's number 80, Ryan Binney Jr. 5'1", 162 pounds.
34-yard line.
Panthers on their own 35-yard line. Excuse me, the Warriors on the Panther 35.
Yeah, this is just a running for him. Well, he's going to throw it.
Left-handed quarterback in there. Pass is complete. He shakes this guy off.
Oh,
and
he
ball
fumbled
stripped
it.
out of his hand. And
Stripped it, and the ball
Panthers
is back
got
to
this
Little
ball.
Miami.
Fumble on the play. Little Miami recovers. At the 12-yard line. First and
Looks like they may be taking advantage in the second half here, give everybody shots.
Yeah, well, we can see there's new shirts in the game.
Yep.
And this is what the Warriors should do, rightfully, is put new people in here.
Yep.
Well, I just want to squeeze in here for a moment the fact that this was the Warriors' homecoming, and the Warriors' homecoming king was Seth Dolman, and the homecoming queen is Cindy Hubbard. This ball is incomplete off the hands of his intended receiver.
I can't remember, does that always have to be a senior?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Pass was intended for number 11, Charlie McGinnis. It'll be second down and 10 from the 12-yard line.
Second and 10 from the 12. Come the Warriors. This ball is incomplete off the hands of his intended receiver.
Pass is broken up by number 33, T.K. McKinney.
Shot at that as the receiver did.
And pass is intended for number 7, Jaden Scott.
T.K. McKinney on defense for the Warriors.
Third and 10.
5'8", 200 pounds. Here come the Panthers, break in with that. Trips to the left. Looking to throw, but they got him flushed out and they got him down. Looks like he's going to be called down. Sack.
Broussard makes the run. Tackle made by,
You know, this is where the Warriors now, they got to understand that this isn't that much of a workout for them tonight.
loss of 2.
They got to work hard
First
to
and
practice
12 for Little
to make up
Miami.
for the workout that they're not getting.
Ball is on the 10-yard line.
Off the field.
47, Monte Mathis is deep for the Warriors.
This ball from their own end zone. This ball is going to find its way up to about the 40-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10, Winton Woods.
So looking ahead of the schedule, Winton Woods is at Anderson next week, road game.
Well, that'll be a big game against Anderson.
Anderson's 3-1. I'm not sure who their loss was. They're 2-1 in the conference.
I think they lost to, was it Milford?
Number 42, Zephaniah Smith.
Because they beat Kings.
You are correct.
On the stop, number 32,
They Milford beat Anderson 56-35.
no gain on the run.
So Milford put some points up. Of course,
Loss of 5. Second down and
Yeah, but isn't Milford a
45-yard
Division I school? I mean,
yeah, if they're the same conference, I don't think they can be. Can they?
I could have swore I saw something on that Spectrum channel.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at this
Oh,
run.
look at that run.
Nice on his feet. They finally get him shoved out of bounds.
Just weapons all over the field for Winton Woods. Nice run.
near the 30-yard line. If that's the case,
Nice
that'll be a
cutback.
first down.
That's number 47 with that
47,
carry.
yeah.
Man, T. Mathis. 6 foot, 182 pound, no junior.
3rd and 3 for the Warriors.
A lot of depth out here.
Fakes to give, trying to make it on his own.
Ooh, is he out of bounds?
Looks like he didn't
Yeah,
quite
that
make
was, he
the first
gave him a
down.
shot. Yeah, he was out of bounds, I think.
Near the 30-yard line.
Running the,
They're not going to throw any flags.
I thought they did throw a flag, right? Yeah.
Okay, so that's number 80 on that carry. Ryan Binney.
Oh, they called the penalty on Winton Woods. I thought they were calling a penalty on the sideline.
On the 44-yard line.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
there. He's definitely holding them.
Well, here come the Warriors behind the sticks now. Ball on the 45-yard line of the Panthers.
Bringing the
It's
heat.
like they got into the backfield on this guy now, and they have 80 down.
That was a nice tackle by 23.
On the stop,
He came late on the blitz and was not recognized. That was Reese Jones. Remember we talked about him with the coach earlier in the game. So
punting squad
he
comes
has
off
made a
the
couple of nice
field for the
tackles.
Warriors.
So the Warriors are going to send their defense out there.
Number 11,
Special teams. Now this guy, number 7 on the Warriors, Zay Jennings, 6'1", 190.
This is actually a punt, our first punt of the game.
That's T.J. Buckman that's going to handle the kicking chores.
First punt of the night for Winton Woods, right?
More than likely.
Yeah.
And the kick is up. It's going to be a low kick. Warriors going to down it on the 25-yard line of the Panthers.
25-yard line.
Possession, first goal of the game for Little Miami, helped a little bit on the penalty, of course.
Well, no matter what, who these guys are that the Warriors got in the game now, they have to patrol the hash marks and give a good account of themselves on offense, too.
Yeah.
Winton Woods students, you need to call home now to ensure
Mentioned
your
earlier, too,
rights
they gotta
are
clean up
here
some of the
by the
penalties.
end of the football game. Winton Woods students,
Well,
you need to call
they're
home
not-
Game
now
that can make a
to
difference.
ensure your rights are here
There's
by
only
the
so
end of the
much you're
football
going to
game.
get these penalties. A lot of it's just passion and the way these guys are used to playing.
Yeah.
And I get it. You just got to score at will on offense to outrun these penalties that you're collecting.
Stop made by number 74, Frederick Salami.
Because when they go into Anderson next week, that'll be a case where officials will only have eyes for them.
Second down and 9.
Looking to throw. This ball is intercepted by the Warriors. Still on his feet. Shuffling around. Now he's got a
He might-
block.
Oh,
Flag on the play.
block in the back.
Pass is intercepted by number 33, Justin Hayes. Flag on the
Woodward's
play.
ready for that throw.
Number 33, according to me, I got his name as being Tyler Cox.
He'd have read in the numbers there. Little chance for the defense to play a little offense on the run back. That was a new quarterback. See, you threw that was 82.
It'll be Winton Woods football.
This is what you need, though, if you're the Warriors. Various guys getting in on the action in a meaningful situation.
That's the end of the third quarter. Your score, Winton
So
Woods,
that's-
Fairly quick running clock.
49,
Oh, yeah.
Miami.
So after 3 quarters of play here from Frederick Stadium, we have a score of your Winton Woods Warriors 49 and the visiting Panthers of Little Miami 0.
Yeah, that was a fast quarter. Can't remember how long are the quarters?
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Looks like the Warriors hydration staff is out there seeing to it that the officials get watered and stay hydrated. Now they're going over here. They're not offering the chain gang any hydration.
Pretty comfortable night, though.
Oh, it is. This is what the Warriors needed, though. I mean, I'm sure last week was what they needed when they went in there and shut down Turpin. So all they can do now is just keep playing ball. You know, whatever these reporters and media say doesn't
Penalty
mean
will place the
anything
ball on the
as long as they keep
28-yard line
winning.
of Little Miami. It'll be first down and 20.
He's definitely done the job on both sides of the field tonight, offensively and defensively.
That's right. It's like he's rolling out to his left. His ball's thrown,
That's
intercepted out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete. In at quarterback is number 80, Ryan Benny Jr.
Ryan Benny Jr. is going to be the quarterback. So the other week they used this guy, Zay Jennings, guy who transferred in from Coleraine as the quarterback. And he had muscle. He could carry that ball. But again, this is where, you know, their future opponents, they don't know what to focus in on. What they see different guys with these capabilities.
right. And they don't get a lot of look on any of them.
There's a pitch. He finally gathers it in.
Juggled it a little bit.
Yes, he did.
42 for the Winton Woods Warriors is number 42, Zephaniah Smith. On the stop for Little Miami, number 5.
It was number 42, I think.
Charles Deuce Mathis.
Gain of 4
So they got
on the
Zeke.
carry.
They got Deuce.
Second down and 6.
2nd and 6 now. Warriors down here deep. Here's the pitch.
Cut back.
He cuts back. He cuts through a couple guys.
Oh, nice tackle.
Tripped up at his 19-yard line.
Number
He was
47.
going to break that for a touchdown until that tackle. Open field. Was that
On the
Reese Jones
stop for
again?
Little Miami, number 26, Colin
We got the
Duncan.
replay here.
Let's go the tackle.
3rd and 1.
Somebody.
3rd and 1.
Oh, that was
4th
26
and
for
1.
Kings.
4th down and 1 yard to go.
We know this is 4-down territory.
Colin Duncan.
There's the fake. Pulls up and
That's a
little
tough
bit
throw to
too
make from a
cute.
lefty.
yeah, it's just a little bit too cute going on there.
Yeah.
Once he
Number
made
80,
that fake,
Ryan
he should just pull
Jr.
it in
is
and
sacked
ran.
behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, if you wanted to throw, it should roll the left, right? The left is
First
tough.
and 10. Number 75, Lincoln Music Quick, made the stop.
These guys, they could give up a touchdown and still be on running clock, right?
At what score does the running clock start?
I believe 35.
5.
Ball's placed on the 23-yard line.
You see Elvis starting to leave the building around here.
Yep, I think other people are starting to think of what else they may do.
First and 10, Panthers.
These guys got to get ready for the homecoming game.
Timeout. Winton Rookers, their first timeout of the second half.
Warriors call their first time out in the second half.
Go home now. From the line, they're leading by the Go home now.
So you know anything else about some of these scores?
Yeah, see if I can get some updates.
Reminder, next week we will be over at Anderson. Winton Rookers versus Anderson. 7 o'clock kickoff over at Anderson next Friday.
So Hamilton is now leading Princeton 16-14.
Whoa. Okay, that's R.V. Crouch is the coach of Hamilton now.
But Hamilton missed the extra point, so it's 16-14. And in Mason, it is now Mason 21, Fairfield 14. So Mason has come back and gotten ahead of Fairfield.
Well, I know Coach Parker, they got to come up with a way to beat Hamilton, because if they don't, well, we see the give, and they got them. They're in on the backfield. Got people saying that was a good fumble. Let's see on the replay that it was a good fumble. Yeah, that's a fumble.
A loss of 3 yards on
Look
the
at it,
carry.
look
Second down and 12.
Yeah, that ball's out.
I think it's out.
There's a fake. He pulls it out of his gut and runs it inside himself. Looks like he picks up about 8 yards.
Quarterback is 82. Camden Fox. On the stop for the Raiders, number 44, Donald Robinson II. Third down and 4. Pass is incomplete. Fourth down for Little Miami.
Yeah, that's the only other updates I have right now.
Okay, so here come the Panthers back on the field. It'd sure be nice for them if they could have something to take home on the bus with them.
Back to punt for Little Miami. It's number 17, Gunnar Hoffman.
Oh,
High snap. Headed to the end zone, kick it
Just
out.
gonna boot it out.
That's going to be a safety.
Safety for the Warriors. 2 points.
So that's 51
So
points
51 to nothing.
now.
I think it's probably the best idea to boot that ball out of bounds right there.
That's all you can do.
Yep. So Little Miami will now punt the ball back to Win Woods. thing Winton Woods hasn't had tonight is a kick return for a touchdown. Maybe this is their kick return or free kick return.
I don't want to be greedy, but if they want to let him have a touchdown off a kick, I'll go for it.
Yeah.
Got to start saving some of these points. Next week, they'll need some. You know, they play the game that they're capable of. They should be able to do away with the Anderson Raptors.
Is there anybody you think that can really beat Winton Woods if they're on their game this year? Doesn't, from what I can tell, it doesn't look like it.
You know, it looks like he might be given a tough ride with this Milford team. You know, Milford.
From what you've seen so far, it's pretty early. Is this a state title quality capable team?
Oh, I don't want to start saying that name. Yeah. That's swearing name. Just let them play. That's
yeah,
all
pretty
I want
early.
to see them do is play every
But
week.
if you were to look ahead, no? Too early.
Too early, because these guys ain't reading newspapers.
Yeah.
Zeke with the grab on his 28-yard line. Zeke's still on his feet around left end. Zeke faking people out, dashing on through. Zeke is going to outrun folks. And they finally get him put down. Looks like at the Panther 18-yard line.
I was almost prophetic, wasn't I?
Yes, you were.
Another few yards for Zeke. How many total yards does he have tonight?
Whatever he's got, I hope he can save some of them for next week.
So if you were to pick a player of the game today, who would you pick?
If I were to pick a player of the game today, I'd probably pick Zeke.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Coming out for the freshman, huh? You've seen the other games. Has he had a game like this? Or
I didn't even realize he was a freshman last 2 weeks ago when I saw him.
He's not playing like a freshman.
See, in practice, he doesn't get all that many carries.
Yeah.
There's this pass thrown in the fade in the end zone.
Jump ball, and who's got it?
50-50, and
nobody.
Calling it incomplete over there.
Incomplete pass. Here is your split the pot number if you're holding this ticket number. Number 919.
See, this staff, this roster of the Warriors, in my mind, I call them the last of the Mohicans, because these are some of the guys that are left over from that state champ roster.
Yeah.
They were on that roster. Some of them were. And they got a chance to go well deep again.
Who did they beat to win the state championship? Do you recall?
Around here, it was Kings, but then they ended up beating, I believe it was Hogan.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. It's been so long ago. But see, when they won the state, they were the up-and-coming team. No one realized that it was going to be them.
Yeah.
But now this year, you know.
So they're almost ahead of their time.
They got the target on their back this year.
Yeah. They're not going to surprise anybody.
Yeah. Because the group the Kings had that beat them last year in that playoff game, they're playing for UC now.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to be out here saying, yeah, they're going to win it state. Just let the calendar and everything work its way into that.
Right.
It's tough to do, you know. You don't know what the weather is going to be.
Right.
A lot has to do with if they could put a hurting on Anderson next week. But the main thing is that whoever they play from here on in, that they win and win convincingly.
Yeah. Well, it appears that they really don't have any injuries so far this year, so that's always good news.
That is, and that's one of the things they can't put a finger on if that's going to be the case or not. They're looking to throw again. This ball floating a little bit, caught out in the left flat, but they're all over them.
That's good news in this game so far. There really hasn't been anybody on either side that's been hurt.
That's right. And like you said, we saw Aaron Rodgers get hurt the other day, and big-time player like that gets hurt.
Yeah.
You know, they got, I don't know, these artificial fields, what they're complaining about.
Those 2 Achilles tendons went down last week, right? You got J.K. Dobbins' Achilles tendon, and Aaron Rodgers' was Achilles tendon. Didn't even look like when the thing happened to Rodgers, it didn't even seem to be anything.
Exactly.
And then
It wasn't like you could sit there watching and say, yeah, I could see why his Achilles tendon got ruined on that.
yeah. Well, they were showing on ESPN. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I wasn't watching the ESPN coverage. I was watching the Eli and Peyton
Eli, you
coverage
were watching
when
Eli
he
and
brings in all the celebrities.
Yeah. See, I don't think Eli and Peyton, I don't think they'll even cover a Bengals game.
Yeah.
I think they
Kind of
said-
surprised Peyton's not a head coach.
Yeah, they could be coaching. But Eli, that's my buddy. I mean, I ain't no Giants fan, but I'll always be grateful to Eli.
Well, I grew up in New Jersey, so I was a Jets fan when I was younger, but when they got Lawrence Taylor, I decided they're more fun to watch.
Lawrence Taylor. I bumped into him one time. Yeah.
3rd and 12.
The opposing coaches didn't know what to do with him.
No, he
He was so fast, so reinvented the position.
did.
Tries to go around the left side. Ball carrier's number
Back then, I was watching football, and you actually wanted the Giants to fail on offense so they could kick the ball to the other team. You can watch the Giants play defense. Well, they had Harry Carson, Lawrence Taylor. They just had a bunch of guys on D. And the coach was, before he went to the dark side, was Bill Belichick.
I remember Bill Belichick in his first coaching job.
Cleveland
Coaching
Browns, right?
Bernie Kosar.
Yep. Just before they moved to Baltimore, I think.
Uh-huh.
And their assistant coach was Nick Saban. Oh, pretty good coaching staff.
And you're giving accolades to the Browns coaching staff and you're a Bengals fan?
Place the ball at the 48-yard
Actually, back when I was in New Jersey, I didn't mind actually watching the Browns. I watched them with what was it? The fumble and the
And
drive.
The drive.
So John Elway is not a popular guy in Cleveland.
Oh, it looks like they're lining up, calling this a game.
Calling it a game. And who was the guy that fumbled? Ernest Biner, right?
Yep.
Just he was going into the end zone.
So with this game being over, we got a final score of your Winton Woods Warriors 51 and the visiting Panthers of Little Miami, 0. Thanks to our crew, our volunteer crew come in and gives all their time and gives good work. Lots of good shots tonight for my partner.
I enjoyed it.